welcome to my video, and today we're going to discuss about the badminton, about how to play it, its background, the rules, especially its rules, how to play it, the drills, basic footsteps, and many more. So be ready and let's go play. 2,000 years ago, badminton was played by ancient Greece, India, China in games called battledore and shuttlecock. Badminton takes its name from Badminton House, home of the Duke of Beaufort in the English county of Gloucestershire. In 1873, the Duke is credited with bringing a version of the game Pune, a version in India. The IBF was formed in 1934 with 9 members: Canada, Denmark, France, Netherlands, England, New Zealand, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Since then, the sports badminton became popular and introduced to many world sports competitions, including Olympic Games. Now let's move forward to the next topic. Now we will identify the equipments needed to play badminton, including its part. The racket. The frame of a racket can be made of steel, aluminum, carbon fiber, ceramic, boron, or a combination of some of these. The racket must not exceed 600 mm in overall length and 230 mm in overall width. These are the parts of badminton: the head, string area, the throat, the shaft, the handle, and the frame. Next is the shuttlecock. Shuttlecock is also called birdie, shuttle, or shuttlecock. The shuttlecock or birdie is a conical shape with overlapping feathers going into a cork base. The feathers may be replaced by a nylon or a plastic. These are the parts of a shuttlecock: the feather or nylon, the coil, the glue, and the cork. Let's move forward to the net and the post. The net is 155 meters, 5 feet or 1 inch high at the edge and 1.5 meters or 5 feet high in the center. It is the central gameplay element in the game of badminton. Next is the badminton court. It shall be a rectangle laid out with lines of 40 mm wide, preferably in white or yellow color. The badminton court dimensions are of 13.4 meter in length and 16.1 in width. The recommended surface for a badminton court is wood and bituminous material. Avoid concrete or carpet, as playing on it will easily injure you. This is the structure of a badminton court. Let's move forward to the rules and the faults. For single service in badminton, the player who serves first in any game shall do so from the right side of the service court on which they began the match. If the server has won an even number of points during the game, then they shall serve from the right side of the service court for the subsequent point. In case the server has won an odd number of points during the game, then he/she serves from the left side of the service court for the subsequent point. For double service in badminton, the service rules are slightly more complicated in the WFS laws. The basic service rules remains the same. The player who serves first shall do so from the right side. The receiver must stand on the alternate service court, and the pair who wins the point shall become the server for the subsequent point. The right to serve in a doubles game shall be as follows: from the initial server who started the game from the right service court, to the partner of the initial receiver, to the partner of initial server, to the initial server, and so on. Badminton is scoring system. All singles and doubles matches are the best of 3 games. The first side to 21 points win a game. A point is scored on every serve and awarded to whichever side wins the rally. The winning side gets the next serve. If the score is 20-20, a side must win by 2 clear points to win the game. If it reaches 29-29, the first to get their 30th points win. How to win a point? A point is won if the birdie hits the ground in the opponent's half of the court, including the lines. A point can therefore be conceded if a shot goes outside to the court boundaries, if the birdie hits the net or passes through under it, or if a player strikes the birdie twice with the racket. Player must wait for the birdie to cross the net before playing a shot, and while you can follow through over it, touching the net with your body or racket results in a point being conceded. Now we're going to determine the faults in badminton. Contact fault. When a rally is in play, this means when a serve has been delivered, there are 2 things that you cannot touch during the rally: the badminton net and the shuttlecock. Number 2 is the over the net fault. You are not allowed to take the shuttle when it's still on your opponent's side. As long as you obey this, your racket can go over the net. The service fault. To avoid the service fault when serving, the shuttle must be struck from below your waist. Your racket head must be pointing at a downward direction when you hit the shuttle. Your racket must swing in an upward direction. Receiver's fault. When receiving a serve from your opponent, you cannot move your feet away from where you're standing. Otherwise, it's a receiver's fault. You can only move after your opponent has struck the shuttle. Double hit fault. The rule is simple. You can't hit the shuttle twice. Here are some examples of fault during the games. Proper gripping and handling of a racket. You must hold your racket like a friendly handshake. Do not grip it tightly, and your thumb should be pressing comfortably against one of the wider surface of the racket grip while the rest of your hand holds the racket as if you're shaking a person's hand. Forehand badminton gripping technique. This simply means using your index finger to push the racket forward while doing a forehand stroke. Your index finger should be the one in control in a forehand stroke. Backhand badminton gripping technique. Here in backhand badminton gripping, it requires you to use your thumb. So you should now press your thumb on the wider surface of the badminton grip. Relax your index finger and move it closer to your middle finger. The hand grip will look like you're holding a thumbs up. Now let's move on to the basic footsteps in badminton. Let us watch an example of the footstep we need to learn, presented by the East Bay Badminton Association.
Hi, my name is Nia Tran, and I'm a coach here at East Bay Badminton Association. Today, we're going to talk about proper footwork for beginners. The equipment that you will need to do footwork would be proper shoes, a racket to play the sport, and of course, a proper court as well. We're going to start by talking about the forward footwork towards the front first. First will be the front forehand shot. The key points, if you are right-handed, you have to start with your left leg going forward, and then ending with your right leg slightly at a lunging movement. Make sure the foot is turned towards the direction in which you're going towards and not to the straight, because you could potentially injure yourself and twist your ankle like that. So always have a nice balanced support of your entire body in a lunging motion to end your footwork. This would be the footwork for going towards the front for your forehand side. We're going to talk about the forward motion for your footwork towards your backhand side now. To start off, make sure your left foot goes first if you're right-handed, and end with your right leg in a lunging motion, reaching towards the net. Make sure the foot is pointing the proper direction, like to balance your body in a proper lunge, rather than any other direction, which potentially can help you twist your ankle. This is how you do the footwork for the front net backhand. As you approach the net, this is how you return back to base again. Make sure you shuffle first rather than taking a step back first. The reason being, if you shuffle first, if your opponent decides to re-drop you, you can easily push forward with your left leg because your racket is still in front of you and kill the birdie. That would not allow you to do that had your leg been back here. It would take a longer time to jump forward to swing for the shot. This is how you move back to base after going forward. We're going to talk about the forehand side footwork. To start off, make sure you start with your left foot and lunge outwards with your right foot. Make sure that your foot is pointing towards the direction in which you're lunging towards and not straight, because then you could possibly twist your ankle. So we don't want that. So now have a nice balance and have a nice lunging motion. From here, shuffle back. This is how you do the forehand side footwork. We're going to talk about the footwork for going towards our backhand side. To start off, make sure you step with your left leg and end with your right leg towards the side that you want to go towards. Make sure the foot is pointing towards that direction and not outwards in any other way, because you could potentially twist your ankle. Have a nice balance in the lunging motion and hit your backhand and shuffle back to base. This is how you do the footwork towards your backhand side. We're going to now talk about the forehand backcourt footwork. To start off, take your back leg one step back towards the direction in which you want to go towards and make shuffle movements until you get to the back, ending with the right leg having the weight of your body. From here, swing and run back to base. This is how you do the forehand backcourt footwork for beginners. We're now going to talk about the footwork to go back towards our backhand backcourt side. Step with your left foot towards the direction in which you want to go towards, and step with the next leg with your right leg. Continue following the birdie as you shuffle until you see the birdie in your right position and the weight of your body should be on your right leg. From here, hit the shot, pivot quickly, and run back to base. This is how you do the footwork for the backcourt backhand for beginners. This will be the 6 basic footwork for beginners for moving towards the corners and going back to baseline. I'm Nia Tran, and I'm a coach here at East Bay Badminton Association. If you have any other questions or would like to know more about footwork, please visit us on our web at www.eastbaybadminton.com.
Thank you for listening, and God bless us all.